I teach culinary arts and advanced culinary. So right now I'm going to quickly walk you through the class syllabus and some of the classroom norms for advanced culinary. So up here at the top, that's just resources. If you needed it, email, website, Instagram, YouTube. And then below that is going to be the Google Classroom. All the students are already enrolled in there and have been participating. This is where all the information gets pumped out and turned in is through Google Classroom. So all their instructions will be there, and I'll show you that in a second. So that's the main hub. Remind is a very important resource for them as well. Most everyone is added. There might be a few still kind of needing to add. So you can look at that under Infinite Campus. There's a remind option in there, and you'll see if they have 0 out of 10, then they haven't joined yet. The reason remind is so important is because I send reminders out often, especially before we do a cooking lab. I'll be like, don't forget to get your supplies. It also is really easy for them to communicate with me that way. I've been getting more emails than I've ever been used to in my entire life, not only from all the teachers, but every single resource that I've signed up for, like Zoom, Flipgrid, Pear Deck, they're sending me constant emails. So it's really easy for emails to get lost. When they use Remind, it comes to my phone like a text message. So I had many students texting me today, simple questions like, where's this? Is this due? And I'm able to be like, yes, no, over here. So it works a lot faster and a lot quicker. In this class, the way it is kind of arranged starts with kitchen and food safety and knife skills, which we've been covering, but it's going to be like an international cuisine class. So we're going to start in US and Canada. They're going to do a couple assignments having to do with some different states, and we'll make some American recipes. And then we will move on to Latin America, and we'll learn about some culture and customs from Latin America, some of the countries out there. We'll make some recipes. And then after that, we move on to Europe, and we learn about Greece, Italy, Spain, France, England, all of that type of stuff. And then again, cook recipes related to it. So that's kind of how this classroom is designed, because that gives us the opportunity to try some fruits and vegetables that we maybe aren't used to eating, as well as some new spices. Some other online tools they might use: Padlet, Flipgrid, Canva, Edpuzzle, basically just ways to keep them entertained and involved. And they will all have instructions for them. They've already used many of these already. So there's a variety of assignments that they'll have throughout the semester using some of those applications. Zoom is going to be the biggest one. They have to be in class on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8:30. It's really important for them to be there at 8:30. I know this is the first class of the day, but I often will do a demo and then dismiss them to go cook. So if they're late, they could have missed the whole entire demo, and I won't remake it for them. And then that also gives them less time to cook. So it's important that they're there on time so they can watch and then be dismissed to go then complete the lab. For what I was asking for your help is to just try and keep them from being distracted when it is time to be on the webcam, and check in on their progress on Infinite Campus. So if you're starting to see a lot of zeros, maybe wonder, have they not been checking in? Are they not getting any instructions? Are they not communicating with Ms. Griffin? Because I would like to see all of my students succeed, and I'm willing to help out if they are struggling. As far as cooking goes, they are encouraged. They are not mandatory, but they are very much encouraged. We meet 3 times a week, but they won't cook 3 times a week. It'll generally be once, maybe twice. If they're not cooking, there's an alternate assignment that they can do. I know sometimes it's busy and you can't get to the store. So there'll always be another option. But again, this is culinary, so I would like for them to cook. Another option is substitutions. That's totally fine. I'd let them know that too. So say we were making chicken tortilla soup and you're a family that doesn't eat meat and you want to make minestrone soup, I am all for that. you're still practicing knife cuts and simmering. So that's totally fine. Substitutions are okay. I'm just trying to give some example recipes for them to cook and other assignment. So if you have any questions, you can always ask, since cooking is a very flexible kind of thing. Always be positive and uplifting. I've been talking to them about that, so that's more of a question. Or sorry, not a question. That's more of something for them to deal with. So always uplifting. This is what the classroom looks like for Google Classroom. So over here, they will always see what is upcoming. And then in the center right here is their Zoom link. This will never move. This page will never look any different. So it's nice and easy and convenient for them to get onto Zoom. This is the classwork tab. This is where they will get all their assignments, and this is where they will turn in their assignments. So you can see on the all the way left-hand side, it's labeled week by week. So if we went to week 1, boom, there's our agenda. This is what we did on every day of that week and what was due. And then these were the assignments for them to work on. Week 2, same thing, agenda. And then these were the assignments that we did. Week 3, agenda. And this is what they've been working on right now. So what I will always do is give them the shopping list in advance. So on the week before, so on Thursdays, I'm going to give them a grocery list for the lab the following Thursday. So they have a full week to go to the store. So here's an example of one. This is my first lab, pigs in a blanket. And it's just going to list everything. And so most of you might already have flour and cornstarch and baking soda, so they can just cross that off and see what it is that they will need. So there is that option for you. I believe that's pretty much everything. If you have questions, please email me. But it's basically all just running through Google Classroom, weekly agendas, and you can see everything in there.